Hello everyone, and welcome to a video here on the Cultivate YouTube channel. My name is Trip Corbin, and I recently was studying for the ArcGIS Pro Professional 2025 certification exam. And in doing so, I discovered some new functionality when it comes to creating features that is in Arc Pro that I was not aware of. I thought I would share this with you because I think you'll find this useful as you edit data, make things more efficient and more effective. If you've been using ArcMap or ArcGIS Pro to edit GIS data, then you should know that feature templates, as you see here in the Create Features pane, are used to define all of the properties needed to create new features in your layers. This includes symbology, attribute values, what construction tools can be used, and so on. And so you see some of these feature templates over here for the general layers that are in my map that you can see over here in the contents pane. Oftentimes when editing data, I find that I need to generate multiple features in order to perform a full update. So for example, when I'm adding a new fire hydrant to a water system, usually in addition to the fire hydrant, I have to create a connecting water line, and there's often a valve as part of that. It would be a lot easier if I just had a single feature that I could add that would add all of those. ArcGIS Pro now supports this as what they call a group template. What I want to do is show you how to create a group template and how that works. So what I'm going to do is go here in the Create Features pane and up to this button up here, which is Manage Templates. So from here, this is where I'm going to create the new group template. Go up the top here and select Map. And then the first thing I want to do is go down to the bottom and select what is going to be my primary feature. In this case, I want it to be the water lines. That's going to be what I use to connect the new hydrant to the rest of the water system. So I'm going to select that. And then I'm going to go up here to New and choose Group Template. That then opens my template properties window with the new template. And of course, I'm going to give it a name. So I'm going to call this New Fire Hydrant with Water Line. Okay. I could put in a description. I could put in additional tags. I'm not. I can then, just like when I create a new feature template standard, right? I can choose which tools I'm going to allow people to pick for editing. And then I'm going to go down here to builders. And this is where I create this group template. What am I going to add or what's going to be generated with this template I'm creating? You can see included the water lines already up here. So I'm going to click Add. And I'm going to choose a hydrant because that's what I'm trying to create. And then I'm going to choose where it creates the hydrant in association with that primary feature. Okay? So at this, I want it to be at the end of a line. Notice I have other options, like I can enter position along a line or an offset from the line. In this case, I don't want to do any of those, so I'm just going to click Add. Next, I want to add a valve, right? Because there's usually a valve associated with this. So I'm going to click Add and go and choose the template I want to use, which is my water valve. And then where do I want it? Do I want it at the end of the line, from the beginning of the line? So I'm going to choose at the end of the line, but I'm going to do it proportionally and have it go 50% along that line. So it's going to be at the midpoint of that new connecting line. I'm going to go Add. And then I'm going to go OK. So you can see that new template is here. And when I go back to the Create Features pane, there's that new group template that I just created. So with that, first I want to make sure that these layers are editable, and they are. So now I'm going to check this new template and say I'm going to create this new hydrant coming in off a location. And I'm just going to pick one. So say it's coming from this location. I'll zoom in so you can see this. Right, from this location down to this side of the road. And again, I'm not being very specific. You could use your normal construction tools to have specific distances and angles and all those things that you use. But I'm just going to double click here. Now, I'm going to clear that selection so you can see it better, but you can see as I zoom back in, it's created the water line, it's created the new valve, and it created the new hydrant with that one simple edit. See how much easier that is, how much more effective that could make your editing if you have to generate things that are related to one another like that. So I'm going to go ahead and do another one here, just so again you can see the process. In this case, I've got parcels. And anytime I create a new parcel, I want to show the construction offset, that area within the parcel that is buildable, right? That's off the lines there. So again, I'm going to create a new template. So I'm going to go back here to Manage Templates. Select Parcels. Go New, Group Template again. And give it a name. So Parcel with Construction Offset. And again, I can pick whatever tools I want to allow. And I'm going to go to Builders. And again, it has the parcels as the primary. And now I want to add the offset. So I'm going to choose the offset, the construction offset template. And then notice I get different options here because I'm dealing with polygons inside of polygons. So your builders are going to vary depending on what types of features you're working with. I'm going to do an offset here. So do a buffer offset. And I can put in my distance. Notice I can choose whatever units. So I'm here in the United States, so I'm going to go feet US. And because I want this inside the polygon, I'm going to do a negative buffer. And say my ordinance requires a 15-foot offset from all of the property boundaries. And then I'm going to click Add. Okay. So now I'm going to click OK to that. It's created the new template. If I go back to the Create Features pane, you see there's that new template. And if I want to go in and draw a new parcel somewhere, say down over here, where my new parcel is going to be, so it's going to be here. Again, verify the template. I'm going to draw that parcel. And again, you can use any of your normal construction tools for this. I'm going to draw this new parcel here. And then you can see it created both of those features that are on two different layers right here. So now I know that this area inside is buildable. Now, as they say in the commercials, but wait, there's more. There's also what we call a preset template. So, for example, if you have something that is going to be a consistent shape and size and you want to just use that going forward. So maybe you have a new subdivision going in and it has all of the same size and shape houses going into it. Then you could use this preset template to easily construct those building footprints for those new homes. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So the first thing I want to do is go and create a new building that matches the preset shape. So I'm going to go click my building template up here. I'm going to make this simple, make it a rectangle. So I'm going to click here, and then I'm going to draw my building at the preset size. So I'm just going to start somewhere and go right click, go direction and size, and set this to the proper size. So I'm going to make it, let's say it's 60 by 40. Okay. Hit enter. So now I've created my building that I want to use as my template at the 60 by 40 shape. Save the edit. Make sure I have that feature selected. Should be, but it is. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to Manage Templates. I'm going to select Buildings. Go here. preset template from selected features. So I'm going to click that, call this one new building. At whatever size, I think it's at 40 by 60. And there again, I can set whatever description I want to, any tools I want to use, the attributes that I want to go here. Again, because this is for a set subdivision, I may know what the estimated height is. It's 30 feet tall. The building type is residential. And maybe this is proposed because it's a new subdivision. It hasn't been built yet, but it's going to be. So we're going to go okay with that. So with that, now again, if I go back to my create features, I select this template that I just created and say it goes into this subdivision, right? And look, there they are. They're predefined at the right size. And then I can add all those in. I'm going to go ahead and select this one that I used to create the template down here and delete it. Save that. That's the preset template. So there you go, 2 types of templates that you can use for creating new features in ArcGIS Pro. The group template and the preset template. So hopefully you'll find this a helpful tip as you start editing data, and that will make your life a lot easier. So we do want to thank you for taking the time to watch the video. If you have any ideas for other videos along this line that you'd like to see, please let us know in the comments below. Again, thank you for your time, and we'll see you in the next video.